Well, welcome my friends. My name is Andrew Michael, and on this channel we talk about luxury real estate in Northeast Florida. And I am super excited because today I am standing in one of Nocatee's most exclusive communities, River Landing. We are going to talk about what makes this community so special, and we're going to do it right now. Welcome back. Again, my name is Andrew Michael. I am a luxury agent here in Northeast Florida, and every day we help families just like yours with making a smooth transition to Northeast Florida. In fact, we helped all these families here. So we can definitely help you too. So give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever works best for you, and we'll see how we can help facilitate a smooth transition from wherever you are to Northeast Florida. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. River Landing is a super exclusive community within the larger master plan community of Nocatee. So what does all that mean? Nocatee consists of several communities, and all of those communities share common amenities. The splash park, the spray park, other stuff like that. It doesn't really matter which community you live in, you and your family have access to those amenities. But within the master plan community, you have a diversity of communities. You have condos, you have townhouses, you have single family homes, you have luxury homes, you have homes in 55 and older communities. In fact, there's 3 55 and older communities here. River Landing is not one of them. But anyway, so that's the overall kind of gist of Nocatee. River Landing, however, is special because it's the only community where the developer developed the lots and then turn around and sell them to you, the consumer. So let's say Coastal Oaks, for instance, which was built by Toll Brothers. Park Group, who developed Nocatee, they sold those lots to Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers developed them, and then they turned around and sold them to the consumer. So if you were buying in Coastal Oaks, in which many of the homes in that community are also considered luxury, if you were buying in Coastal Oaks, you didn't have the option of buying a lot and keeping it. You didn't have the option of picking your builder. You had to build with Toll Brothers, and you had to build on their schedule. Otherwise, they wouldn't sell you the lot in the first place. So, which is fine. They're beautiful homes there. I'm not knocking them. But this is different because here you can come through and you can pick either one of the preserve sites, or you can pick a preserve and water site, or you can pick a site that is directly on the Intracoastal. Total in River Landing, there's 104 lots. Out of those 104 lots, 74 of them are not on the Intracoastal. The other 30 are. So how much do the lots run from? Well, right now when I'm filming this video, a lot that is not on the Intracoastal will start at around, let's say the mid 500s. So let's say around $550,000. That does not include a house. That is purely getting the lot. If you are buying a home on the Intracoastal, the lots start at $1.2 million. Now, what is your all-in going to be? That's tough when you're talking about luxury homes, because especially luxury custom homes, because it really, whatever you want, you can have. But the minimum that you're going to spend in this community on a lot that is not on the Intracoastal is about $1.8 million. It doesn't mean you're only going to spend that, but that's the absolute minimum you can expect to spend here. So if your budget's around $2 million, maybe more, maybe a hair less, okay, then the preserve lots in this community may be an option for you. On the other hand, the lots that are on the water, those will run you about $3 million, at least $3 million out the door with a house. So if your budget is $3 million or more, then the lots on the Intracoastal may be a good option for you. So yeah, so I'm going to show you right now. I'm standing on so over here is water and then preserve. Now, you will be able to see other houses over here. They all kind of open in this little lake right there, a little retention pond. But the lots over here on that side, they just back up to the preserve, or like this one over here. Those lots on that side of the street just back up the preserve. So if you were in the backyard of one of those homes, you would not see anybody else. You're just going to see your trees. So there you go, and I'll kind of show you what's going on down that side of the street. All right, so something else to keep in mind. if you buy a lot in here, you are not required to build. You can buy it and keep it and build down the road. That's completely fine. But what you cannot do is buy a lot and then try to flip it. So you can't buy one and then come stick a realtor sign in the yard immediately afterwards and try to sell it. They require you to keep the lot for at least 30 months before you sell it, like 30 months. So if you buy in here, you pretty much have the intention on building or selling it way down the road, one or the other, but that's it. And last but not least, the only other thing that I can think of is if you buy a lot on the Intracoastal, you most certainly can put a dock in. However, they're going to require that you put the dock in at around the same time you build the house. Reason being, the developers don't want you to put a dock and just use it as your private fishing place or your boat dock. They want this to be a community of residences. So that's why they require, if you're putting in a dock, you have to put it in around the same time that you're building the house. So that's about it. Like we said, there's 104 lots in this community. 74 of them are preserve or land lots. The other 30 are on the water. And yeah, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to take a drive around, and then we're going to go over to the boathouse, which is exclusive to River Landing residents. All right there, so welcome to River Landing Park. River Landing Park is part of the amenities exclusively for the residents of River Landing. So rather than tell you about it, let's go take a look. By the way, they're building the house next door, so I apologize if you can hear a lot of construction noise. But here you go. So when you pull up, you got this cool looking brick. You have parking for vehicles right there. And then you have, of course, it's Nocatee, so you have your golf cart parking right over there. All right, so let's go ahead and walk up and see what we got here. Now, this community has this amenity area here, and then they share a dog park along with residents of some of the other communities right over here. And then, of course, residents of River Landing, just like all Nocatee residents, share in the Nocatee amenities that are open to all residents who live here. So, all right, let's take a look, see what we got here. Right here, they have a nice little covered area. And then in here, it's screened in. And if you've lived in Florida for any length of time, it's really nice. Wow. If you've lived in Florida any length of time, you know why it's screened in. In the summertime, the bugs will carry you off. And then they have a dock. Let's go take a look at that. Now, several of the homes in this community have their own docks, but this is a dock that's open for residents, and it's you can't park your boat here overnight, but what this would be for is like, let's keep your boat in a storage area nearby. You want to run over there, grab your boat, put it on the water, bring it here, dock it here, and then go to your house, get the family, get all the rest of the stuff for the day. You could do that, but you just can't leave the boat here overnight. So there you go. So let's go down here. I'm walking into the dock and I'll show you what we got. It's really pretty. One of the things I like about the Intracoastal here is You do have homes on it, but it still looks pretty natural. Where I'm from originally down in Fort Lauderdale, that was not the case. When you go down to Intracoastal, it's either like mansions or apartments or something, but it wasn't not a lot of nature. But here we go, let's take a look. So here we go. So here are kind of some boat slips there. There you go, and that is the backside of River Landing. There we go. And then you've got this big open area. I was gonna film in here yesterday, but there were residents, what do you call it? But there were residents here fishing and doing stuff, so I didn't want to bother them, so I came back this morning. Well, there you go. All right, so now I'm gonna go over and show you the dog park that is shared with some of the other 20-mile communities here. So what do you think? Is River Landing an option? It's just one of several luxury communities here in Northeast Florida, but I do think it's a special one, and it does have a lot to offer. The only thing I didn't really mention is you're in the 20-mile section of Nocatee, and so you're probably about 15 minutes to Michler's Beach. So that does matter to a lot of people. Well, there you go. So if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them down below. If you would like to discuss making a smooth transition to Northeast Florida, I would love the chance to chat with you. And give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever works best for you. The number's on the screen. And yeah, have a great day. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to meeting you in person.